Is there a real reason Stan is going for insane credit limits, or is it just vanity? Because some of those limits are kind of insane, and he still wants to continue to increase them.
Sure. So that's a good question about the credit limit. So I did a video a long time ago like a year ago about my credit limit. At that time I had about 275. I think now I'm at around 325, and that wasn't really like I'm aiming for that. What I was trying to do was get all of my credit cards to a certain level. And so I'd like to have most of my credit cards at the 25,000 level. 35,000 is fine, 40,000 is fine too, but it really isn't, because I want to get as much credit limit as possible. Because at some point, it's not necessary anymore. Like you have to look at your spend and your credit utilization and figure out what's best for you. So, for example, if you spend 3,000 on your credit cards total, you don't really need more than like 30,000 credit limit realistically, because that's
Hmm.
under 10%. So if you have 100,000, that's going to be like 3%, which is even better. If you have 300,000, that's 1%, it's even better. So that's it's really more of a vanity metric at that point. It's not like it makes you better or worse, in my opinion, especially if you keep your spending very low. Because ultimately, what you want to do, and what I do, is keep spending as low as possible, regardless of credit limit. But because I think when you have a higher credit limit, that utilization can be an issue. You want to get it as high as you possibly can, but after a certain point, it's just based off of how many banks you apply for credit for. For the Luckily for me, I've been very fortunate to have a higher credit limit. I think it's interesting to see how high I can go without getting a financial review, because luckily I haven't had one of those yet. But if I keep pushing those buttons, I may end up getting one. So for Amex, I've actually stopped trying to get higher limits because I know I'm kind of at that limit at that point.
Hmm.
The last card open is the Bond Boy Brilliant card, and actually Amex sent me a letter saying that, oh, congratulations on your new Brilliant card. By the way, we took some credit from your other credit card, if you didn't notice, to open that card for you,
Hmm.
because we have already maxed out on the credit limit total that we'd give to you, in general. So I know I'm maxed out on Amex at this point. And so now I'm just trying to look for different issuers to open up cards. Not that it matters, what the limit would be. I would prefer not to have like I'm going to do it, not a CJ level credit limit,
Oh
because,
my God! Even when he can't even defend himself, come on, Stan.
well, after that rose gold situation, I had to put that in there. So yeah, I
Oh.
wouldn't like, I'd like a high enough credit limit so I could use it, like more than $1,000 would be preferable.